Duck Dynasty airs Wednesday nights on A&E, currently between seasons. I've been watching some episodes. And when I met Willie Robertson last year at the Preakness, I wasn't quite sure what Duck Dynasty was. And then I started to watch, and I went, holy smokes. Because Willie said, why don't you come on down? And I thought, if I went down, I might not get back. Willie is the CEO of Duck Commander and one of the stars of Duck Dynasty. How are you, bud?
Dan, what's going on? I'm fantastic. I wonder why you were looking at me so funny last year at that party. You wasn't aware of Duck Dynasty yet.
No, I was not. But I was fascinated by you guys because you seem like stars. I just was afraid to ask what exactly were you guys stars in. And then somebody goes, they're like an outdoor show with the family, and they do duck calls, and they're kind of crazy. And I went, oh, okay. And then I started to watch the shows, and then I went, now I get it. It's fun. It's great. But how did it start?
Well, we've been making videos since the 80s about our duck hunts, and we were selling those things all over the country, and we went into outdoor TV and did a show there, and it was very good and very successful. And then I just got an email out of the blue from a guy in Los Angeles that I think you guys got a big show, and we got on the phone, and here we are. Made a couple of pilots. A&E stepped on board and wanted it, and it's grown every week. The show came out, and people tend to like it. So only in America. You thought I was just a homeless guy at this party. You thought I just slipped in. You were 5 seconds from calling security.
I was.
They said no. These are the guys who wear camouflage.
If I go and hang out with you guys,
mm-hmm.
What's the one thing I'll bring back? What's the feeling or the opinion that I'm going to take back from that?
I think you would see really that we're pretty just down on people, and there's not. I think you'd have a good feeling after you came back. We're pretty sincere and love people and love hanging out with people. And
but money didn't change you guys.
No, we were like this before. It's the same. Nothing's changed. We just buy more redneck stuff now. Just have a couple more trucks and. Not really. I mean, it's the fame certainly has changed things. I'm a lot more recognized. See, when you look like this, Dan, you got to wear it. I mean, there's no hiding. There's no hat and glasses. That makes it worse. So you pretty much just got to wear it, and it's cool. It's certainly changed a few things, but no, the money has it. We've been happy, and if it all went back to like it was, we'd be fine. We grew up really, really poor down on that river, and sat around that same table talking about selling a bunch of duck calls one day, and lo and behold, we pulled it off.
Oddest place you've been recognized?
Oddest place. I'll tell you the first place that I realized this show was big. The show came out last year in March, and it's only been a little over a year since the show was out. The first place I went to where I realized, oh, my goodness, this is really a hit, I was at the Masters when Bubba won, and I was there, and I got in. Now, the Masters is the best place ever if you're a celebrity because there's no cell phones, and people can't yell and scream at you, and so everybody was real quietly coming over and whispering that they loved the show. And I got home, and I told my brothers, I said, guys, this thing is huge, man. I got recognized like crazy at the Masters, and that was the first place I realized that this thing was a lot bigger than what we thought.
And you've been hanging with Bubba Watson, haven't you? Aren't you buds?
Oh, heck yeah, that guy, he's a legend. I was just with him. We just played golf. True story. He's wanting to bet with us, and I'm like, Bubba, you're out. You're a professional golfer. We're not betting at all with you. He says, I'll play you just with a 6-iron, every shot. And I looked at my brother Jason, and Jay said, hey, if somebody beats us with a 6-iron, we deserve to lose money. He shot one over with a 6-iron. The whole time. It was incredible. And, yes, we lost money to him.
He's Willie Robertson, the CEO of Duck Commander and the big hit show Duck Dynasty on A&E, joining us, Dan Patrick Show. Your favorite sports teams?
Well, my buddy Adam LaRoche plays for the Nationals, so I am a Nationals fan. I kind of travel around with him in baseball. Baseball is my sport. Grew up loving to watch it, still love to watch it. I record the games and then get back and after we get through filming and fast forward and catch all the highlights. But I really enjoyed that team, hanging out with them, a bunch of great guys up there.
LSU football?
Just bleeding it. bleeding it. I got to hang out with Les Miles a couple of months ago, and I got to hear the stories. But yeah, I love those guys. We grew up with that. Even though I went to ULM, so I like them right here in Monroe. And I actually got to go on the sidelines a couple times with those guys. And but now LSU, I mean, that's our team. We love them. Although I have gotten past the point to where I get like, when they would lose, I would be upset for 3 days, and I said, "This is messing up my life. I can't live like this."
What if Nick Saban came up to you and said, "Willie, and I'm a big fan of the show. I'd love you to come down Tuscaloosa and watch a game here on the sidelines, as and we're going to be playing LSU. So would you stand on the Alabama sidelines against LSU?"
Hey, I've already had that proposal, not from Nick Saban, although I still appreciate him. You know, he did some good things for LSU.
Yeah.
Actually, Will Muschamp came up to me at Tim Tebow's charity tournament and said, "I want you to come stand on the sidelines. We're playing LSU down there." And I said, "Coach, have you lost your mind? In my own state, go over there to the Gator sidelines? You're crazy." He said, "It'd be hilarious." I said, "No, it wouldn't. I would have to have 20 security guys to get out of there."
Craziest member of the family is who?
Oh, Uncle Si, of course.
Man, he's fascinating.
He is. I mean, the number one question I get all the time usually is, "Where's Si?" if he's not with me. Second question is he really like that? Yeah. And I always say the same thing. Could you fake that for that long? Could you be that kind of human being for that long? I mean, he's not right. He was the crazy uncle that we grew up with, and used to when we started making videos, I never would show him. I said, "Do not show Si. It's embarrassing." We film around him, and that shows you what kind of vision I have. He is the show.
Do athletes want to be on the show?
Yeah, a lot of people.
But would you allow that to sort of have them be in your world? Does that take away from really what you're trying to do?
It's kind of a fine line, between, kind of what has become reality versus what is reality and what was reality for us with the, because there's a lot of people that watch the show, and so they don't just say, "Hey, can I be on the show?" But you can tell, they'd love to show up. We had Clint Boyer was actually on an episode, so we had a NASCAR kind of themed episode with cars and stuff, and he did great. I mean, I'll tell you this: athletes and guys like that, they're better on camera than actually you'd think, because they do interviews, so they're used to cameras being around. But sometimes you put that camera on somebody, and I mean it frees up. Deer in the headlights.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
and usually it's the person who you think would be the best guy ever. Like, oh, this guy's going to be awesome, and then at the dinner party he's just killing it, and then you turn the camera on and he just turns into a frog.
The story that it has legs here is your dad Phil, and he played college football ahead of Terry Bradshaw at Louisiana Tech. So he was the starting quarterback in front of Terry Bradshaw. Okay, because it seems like, and then the reason why he left college and didn't want to play quarterback anymore was why?
Well, because football season and duck season are the same exact time, so that was a major problem for him. And even though he had all this talent, it just, after 3 years, he said that's it. And he went on to get his education, but he literally gave it up. I don't think he ever really had the jock mentality like he refers to it as. I don't know that he just loved the game, and like a lot of the guys do that go on to be that successful. Those guys were, we thought we were poor growing up, but they were super poor, and he used it just for education and get his deal, and he was done with it. And actually, we ran into Bradshaw. Phil hadn't seen him until since '69, And we're in the LAX airport, and this guy comes up and grabs my dad. And let me tell you, nobody comes up and grabs my dad. And turn around, and there he is, Terry Bradshaw. And so we're talking, and then Joe Montana walks up, and he actually asked for a picture. His sons were there, wanted a picture with us. And I'm sitting there going, "You got to be kidding." I mean, there's just these three guys I'm sitting and watching just talking in the airport. Of course, there's 200 people gathered around like, what in the world's going on?
Now, how do women react, though, with the look, with the beard, the hair?
Well, there's some sickos out there who think it's really attractive, but no, they roll with it. I mean, because they know you and they see you on the show, so they think it's neat. I don't know they want their husbands looking like it, but they think it's good for us.
So because they know who you are is one thing. If you were nobody and you were in a bar and you look like that, then it would be different.
It's terrible. Yeah, I mean, look, before the show, you know, because we kind of had this look going on. This look is great for a show. You're very recognizable. It's marketable. But before, like, the hard parts were whenever I coached my daughter's, t-ball team. And so the parents show up, and you see the look on their face like, what is this with my children? Now, what's sad is, in the world of fame, once you're famous, they just send their kids to you. So here, take pictures with him.
So
There's a fine line.
You weren't the typical t-ball coach, let's put it that way.
No, I didn't look like him, but actually, I had Dad and I both had physical education degrees, so my backup plan was coaching, just in case the duck calls didn't pan out.
So the next season starts when?
Next season, I don't know when exactly. They're talking about late summer, early fall, but we're filming. We're back in production now, and so it'll be out sometime. They'll announce the date sometime, but towards the end of the summer, they're talking about August, September. It'll be rolling back out.
Awesome. And great to talk to you again.
Good talking to you, Dan.
You know, I'd rather you came to visit me than I came to visit you, Willie. How do you think I would do?
Somebody's got to be a fish out of water.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, exactly.
We got to draw straws.
Yeah, how would I do down there?
Oh, you do fine. You do fine.
Now, those mosquitoes are big. What are we drinking, by the way?
We can get into some of size tea. He's always got that, but no, we'll take you out, and definitely got to get some face paint on you for sure. That face is going to stand out. It's going to shine like a pie plate out there in the woods.
Do I have to have a beard?
No, beards aren't required.
Good.
We'll just have to smear more grease paint on your face there. We'll have you blending in. You will blend in. Phil will tell you to sit down, shut up, and watch the show. Watch what happens.
Can I wear Dockers? Down there.
No, I wouldn't recommend that. Don't wear anything you would normally wear. No, we'd have to provide that.
You got a duck call for me?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Can you do one?
You a duck call. I'm gonna send you a duck call.
Can you do one, or do you need the actual duck call itself?
Oh no, actually, I don't even have one.
Can you do one?
Of course I can do one.
Okay, let's go.
There you go.
Thank you, buddy. All right, Willie Robertson, the CEO of Duck Commander, show Duck Dynasty. Uncle Si, though. Uncle Si is fascinating. You're watching him. Like his wife comes in and says, man, you got to take a shower if you want loving. All of a sudden, next thing you know, Si's in the shower coming out going,